playing PoE 1 for pretty much 10-15 years since release. On and off, semi-casual, but I do have really good knowledge. The tree, the skills. I played various builds all the time, and I've been doing tons of crafting, so I'm well familiar with PoE 1. PoE 2 came actually as a surprise, very different. Uh, it's pretty much even worse. I mean, it's harder than PoE Rootless version. The defenses are very difficult to get. Everyone just dies a lot. Bosses have lots of mechanics. And my approach was to reduce that as soon as I noticed the tree. As soon as I noticed you can have the small node as a different attribute requirement, just straight up give up energy shield gear wherever you can. Just put a bit of dex, a bit of strength, and get the hybrid ones. You need anyway some dex and strength for some hybrid, for some different gems. So yeah, obviously the tree is super simplified in PoE 2, uncomparable. It's very easy to get along. Very few keynotes. There are no masteries. Super easy. So I just went with some damage. You do need the damage. Damage is always good. Just all the spell damage, spell damage, spell damage. You go into the. I decided to play only the frost spells. Basically, I don't want to use the weapon swap mechanic. Maybe I will figure. No, no. It's you. It's already way too many buttons to press, as all skills interact with each other really well. I'm just gonna show you a bit in a bit. I do have a couple of boss skills like the Act 1 and Act 2 uploaded on my channel. You can try to see them. Uh, but yeah, I just went into the elemental damage. Elements you do ailment is always really good because you freeze and chill a lot pretty much. Some cold pen and you just rush into the cold node up here and get everything is good. Normally you wouldn't take something like this with the chill, but considering how the mobs, how horribly the damage number are insane. You have no defenses. It's really, really, really good. And for few points, points are not that important as in PoE 1. So I even went into this intelligence node just so I can have more strength nodes. As hybrid armor, armor evasion is absolutely bonkers. Even if you have more some runes on it, it's really, really good. Um, as you can see, the values do scale with your level, so you do lose some. Like early on, I had at some point like 30 something evasion and lots of lot more. The armor, the physical reduction was much more decent. It's really, really good to compare with some energy shield because you are melee. With this build, you are very, very melee. Mostly when you level up, you level with Ice Nova. You can use the Ice Nova with Frostbolts to use it on distance, but you have to track your your Frostbolt to detonate the Frost Nova, like look, just like that to detonate it on distance. Otherwise, your Frost Nova it's a melee skill, which is much easier to play. Your main damage skill, strangely, it's actually Frostbolt. It's absolutely amazing. Has so much damage. Uh, I use it with. This is very important to get as soon as possible. The less skill duration. It's a level one cut gem, but it really makes things. You just want it to detonate quick and pulsate quick. It gives exposure, frost exposure. Frost exposure is premium. You have lots of increased exposure effects. It's pretty bonkers. So much cold penetration you have. Um, so yeah, hybrid armor all the way to go. Try to yeah, energy shield kind of sucks. it's very hard to recover. It just doesn't feel, especially the mob density in this game is amazing. You have like 50 mobs around you, and because you don't have your only movement skill is a dash, it's a the roll. If you are surrounded by mobs, you can't roll. So yeah, evasion will really help. And as always, physical mitigation is really good. So when you level up, and first the strongest combo in Act 3 is apparently, as I just got here, and Frost Wall is absolutely bonkers because your mobs just freeze, and then you use the Frost Bomb, and the freeze duration is of this mob is the stealth is really, the shroud is really amazing. But as you can notice, the Frost Bomb will detonate the Frost Wall and just make fuck ton of damage. It's really good. Ideally, when you level up in Act 1 and 2, you use Cold Snap on a frozen mob right before. This also does incredible amount of damage. DPS is huge, just pure gem just to detonate the frozen mobs. Like you can see it frozen, you detonate it, and yeah. But the Frost Wall, it's absolutely amazing. When you capture, like even if it's a large mob, just you see they just instantly freeze. The build up is really strong, really fast, and the combo with transport is just incredible. The visuals are super good, satisfying as fuck to play. Um, but yeah, so when I level up, I used Frostbolt. I used it with Scatter Shot just to help. It does shotgun, does have the shotgun effect, and it helps build up freeze faster, but it's mostly so you can use Frost Nova on a distance. That's the point. I wish it was faster, like a faster projectile support, but I don't have it. I use Arcane Tempo on it. Maybe I should use it on a different skill. Yeah, Frostbomb, first you get, this is really important, fast forward. I use this for more AoE because, as I mentioned, so many mobs, and later Spell Echo, it's again really good. Ice Nova, I use Unleash as I don't want to spam it too much because you have too many buttons to spam, and it's really good. Just see, if mobs surround you, if you have an Unleash, they it, they will just instantly freeze. All mobs, even if they are rare, they will freeze. Like 3 Ice Novas, one after another, they will freeze for sure. It's really good. So yeah, I use Control Destruction just for more damage. We don't have any crit on the tree. I'm not sure how many points I will have later and what I am going to use. Maybe I will go into a freeze frost crit build with critical damage and critical chance, but that remains to be seen. I will update on that. The core of the build is basically a very non-conventional way the damage recouped as life. As you can see, first I went here. Even if Temporal Rift is amazing, I will go later. So my path will be Circular Heartbeat. I will get the damage recouped as life, and this the next one I will get from 8 seconds to 4 seconds instead. It's going to be amazing. And then I get Temporal Rift, and I will have the time freeze. This should absolutely everything should be frozen, and this will be your panic button. This is Temporal Rift from PoE 1 that we used to. It's a green gem that reserves 10% of your mana. Here it doesn't reserve anything probably. I don't think. I doubt it reserves spirit. And we're gonna see, but it's an absolutely amazing panic button. It fully resets your life and position, and as movement skills are non-existent in PoE 2, this is also going to be an amazing movement skill. Once you get used to Temporal Rift, especially when you go in a corridor, there will be no other movement skill you will ever want to use. Temporal Rift is absolutely amazing. Of course, it can also fuck you up because if you don't pay attention, you will backtrack into a slam, or you will use it when you are low HP, and then you use a flask. You are full HP, and you temporary rift back and to a time when you are low HP. So yeah, but you will get used to it. It's an absolute amazing skill. I can't wait to get to use it. So yeah, the recoup idea is what I want to do with hybrid armor. I noticed you can get damage taken recouped as life also on amulets, which is quite a large number, a large value, and you also have you have 4 nodes, so you have another 12 with 15 each from elemental and fizz. They done this so you don't have too much of non-elemental like chaos recouped as life. That would be probably too OP. So chaos damage recouped you will have less, but it's still you will have 30, and it's already so you have 42 plus the amulet 52 and 15 each. You're gonna have up to 70. There are more recoup nodes here. I'm gonna see if they are worth taking. This is really good also for mana, as mana capacity is lower than life, or it should be. Should also help with mana. And as it's recoup is different than regen. You will be able to do different mods like no regen maps later if those mods still exist. So it's a really, I think it's a really interesting mechanic, and it's on the sorcerer path, and it's what I really try to exploit. I don't know any uniques, but if there is a unique that takes advantage of this, should probably make it really, really bonkers. Like recoup plus, you don't use the recoup effect if you temporal rift. So it's like if you get hit, you temporal rift, and then you will have the recoup that you gathered in the future. Basically, it's a really cool interaction between recoup and temporal rift. I played similar builds in PoE one with recoup. Of course, you have more resources in PoE one, but yeah, gameplay wise, really, it's really satisfying. The damage is not as high as